Namaskar students. I hope you all are doing good at home. So in our last class we have discussed about laws of refraction and how refraction is taking place through a glass slab. So today we will see how refraction is taking place through lens. So first of all you need to understand what is the meaning of a lens. A lens means we are having any kind of transparent medium which is bound by two curved surfaces. Okay, either both the surfaces are curved outward or maybe we will talk about both the surfaces are curved inwards. It is not necessary always two surfaces are curved, but we are talking about only those lenses which are having both the surfaces curved. Maybe like this. Suppose we are having a transparent medium bound by such kind of two curved surfaces. Okay, either they are curved outward or the surfaces are curved inwards. Okay, these are called, if they are curved outside both the surfaces, that is called convex lens, and if they are curved inwards, that is called concave lens. So we will discuss about these two lenses. Okay, you need to keep one thing in your mind. Whenever we will draw lenses, we will draw this partition line also. In your NCERT, in your book, it has not been given. Okay, but we need to draw. Okay, to get appropriate diagram. So before starting with the image formation, first we need to understand some terms related to the lens. So our first term is optical center, and it is represented by capital O. So as you are getting with the name, it is center. So obviously optical center means the center of the lens. This is optical center. This is a this is called optical center of a lens. The center point of a lens, that is called optical center, and we will represent with O. The another term is, that is principal axis. We have already discussed this term principal axis in mirrors. What is the definition for mirror? That a line which is joining pole to its center of curvature. But here you see we are having two curved surfaces. It means two centers will be there. One is because of this surface and one is because of this. So the line which is joining both the center of curvatures, that is called principal axis. So it will be this one. And here because we are having two curved surfaces, so we are having two center of curvatures. First suppose it is C1 and it is suppose C2. In the same manner we can draw for, I am drawing a new diagram. You see, suppose this is a lens. So how we will draw? If I will ask you to draw a lens, it means you will draw a lens like this. Then you will draw principal axis. This point is optical center, first center of curvature and then second. Okay, here for concave, you see, suppose we are having a concave lens. So what we will do, we will draw a concave. But whenever we will draw lenses, we will draw lenses thin, we will not draw thick lenses. So it is C1, it is C2. You just check, it is C1 and it is C2. For convex like this and for concave like this, it is same. After the principal axis, I would like to talk about principal focus. Principal focus. So first I will discuss principal focus for convex lens. The definitions of focus, it is almost same like mirror. Rays which are coming from infinity, we can consider the rays which are coming parallel. Okay, wherever they will meet, that will be principal focus of convex lens. And in the concave lens they will appear to meet. So see how, suppose rays are coming like this. So first of all I am marking this one. Suppose this is focus 1 and it is f2. Okay, midpoint of OC1 will be F1, midpoint of OC2 will be F2. It is not necessary every time. I am discussing according to your syllabus whatever is required. Okay. So what will be happen when as soon as this ray will pass through the lens, these are the lenses transparent medium, so obviously rays will refract. So you just check, we are following our ray, incident ray is falling on this line only, so refraction will also take place from this line. So wherever they are meeting like this, it will refract like this point will be focus. One more ray you can show like this, suppose it is coming from infinity, so wherever they will meet, that is focus. You can draw two more rays, one more, this is incident one, this is refracted one more, this is incident one, and this is refracted one. So here this is called principal focus of a convex lens. Okay, in convex lens principal focus is right side, you take care. Now talk about concave lens. Concave lens, what here it will be happen, first I am marking these points so that it will be easy to draw diagram for you. According to up to your syllabus, what we have done, I have taken OC1 is equals to OC2, and you remember I have taken OF1 is equals to F1C1 and OF2 is equals to F2C2. Okay, so I have taken like this, you measure with the scale and then draw diagram. So here you see, suppose a ray is falling, coming from infinity and falling on this one. So what will be happen here, in the case of concave lens, convex lens is called converging lens. So it is converging, collecting all the rays. Concave is called diverging, so it will diverge. So what will be happen, as soon as rays will fall here, so they will go like this after refraction. We will extend them at back with dotted line, you know that extended portion we are drawing with dotted line. So they will appear to meet at F1, they will appear to meet, actually they are going to be diverged. This is incident one, this is refracted one more, this is incident one and this is refracted one. Okay, two more you can draw, one is this, suppose it will appear to meet at F1. You can see I am always drawing first apparent portion so that you will get appropriate diagram. Okay, and extend this one, so you can see it is diverging all the rays, and it is a straight one, this one is this, and it is collecting. So this is called converging lens and this is called diverging lens. But these point here, this is called principal focus, and in this one it is called principal focus. So I hope you are getting about these things. Now what about focal length? Obviously focal length is OF2, and here we can say focal length is OF1, and we will represent focal length, you know the symbol, that is F, sometimes with small and sometimes with capital, as whatever is required. One more thing, at the place of C1 we can write 2F1 or we can write 2F2. It is more appropriate rather than writing C1 and C2. Or we can write here also 2F1 or it is 2F2. Now one more definition I would like to discuss, then I will move towards the image formation. This topic I am taking first so that only image formation we will be left. That is power of a lens. What is the meaning of power of a lens? Whenever we are going to just visit a specs shop, so what they are asking, or whenever we are going to the doctor for eye checkup and all that, they are always telling us what is the power of the lens which is required for the correction of our vision. So power of lens, how we are calculating? You just write this formula, power of a lens, that is equal to 1 upon focal length. 1 upon focal length. but this is valid when focal length has been given in meters. Okay, so this formula will be valid. Power of a lens, it is equal to 1 upon focal length if focal length is given in meter. Okay, so if in centimeters, suppose in centimeters we are writing like this in symbolic form, this one, it is mandatory to mention here it should be in meters. Without mentioning this formula will remain incomplete. Okay, so you can write this formula. This is the last topic of your book, but I have taken this one first so that whenever I will discuss numericals based on this one, it will be understood by you very easily. Now you see, when we are talking about these things, now if power is given, if focal length is given in centimeters, then we can write this formula. While solving numericals, you will have to take care very carefully. If it is in centimeter, then we will write 100 by F. But it is advised to you that you convert, rather than using this formula, you convert it in meters and then use, so that you can justify with the definition. If you are going to write definition of power of a lens, then you will write reciprocal of focal length, but focal length should be in meters. It is mandatory to mention in definition that you are taking focal length in meters. Okay, what is the SI unit of power of a lens? SI unit is diopter, represented by capital D. This is a very common question. Then define one diopter. This is very important one. So if they are asking to define one diopter, what you will write? You will write one diopter is the power of a lens whose focal length is 1 meter. How we can define one diopter? If focal length of a lens is 1 meter, then power will become 1 diopter. Okay, they can ask simple question from here. Now you once again see this question, see this one. I would like to now tell you this thing we will discuss once again, but you see here, the focus is lying over there. So if I will talk about focal length of convex mirror, focal length, so it is right side according to sign convention, that like we have done for mirrors, it is right side, so it will be always with positive sign. And for concave it is left side, so we can say its focal length will be always with negative sign. So as the focal lengths are with positive and negative sign, so you can write in short that power of convex lens, it will be always positive, and power of concave lens, it will be always negative. These things you can remember. We will discuss about these when we will solve numericals once again. You can, for practice, you can do a simple numerical, like suppose find the power of a concave lens of focal length 2 meter. So see solution, how we will solve such kind of questions. A very simple one. It is only for 1 mark or maybe for half mark only. So what they have given, that focal length is 2 meter, but they are talking about concave lens, so we will put with negative sign we will use. What is our formula? We need to calculate power, so first we will write formula like this. You will have to mention it is in meter, highlight this one. Okay, always put a box around formula so that it will be highlighted separately. Now you put values, it will be minus 2. So what you are getting? Minus 0.5 diopter. You will are not going to ignore positive or negative sign whenever you are going to mention terms related to mirrors as well as related to lenses. All the measurements you will write with either positive sign or with negative sign, whatever is required. For practice you can do one more question like find power of a convex lens of focal length, suppose it is 20 centimeter. So you convert it and find out. Okay, try this question. Now I am moving back towards the image formation by the lenses. We will discuss that one. Okay, so for image formation, what we have done with mirrors, first we will discuss some rules. So I am just discussing rules for what? Rules for image formation by lens. Okay, so we will talk about rules. What are the rules which we will follow whenever we are talking about image formation? We know very well, to form an image we always need two incident as well as two reflected or refracted rays. So we will take two incident rays so that we will get two refracted rays here. So first rule is, it is very simple. Now you see, whenever we will talk about to draw a lens, so we will draw how? We will draw a lens, suppose convex one, we will draw a lens with this line. Okay, then we will draw principal axis, then we will mark O, then 2f1, then midpoint is f1. Same measurement here, it is f2 and it is 2f2. Same manner, if I am talking about a concave one, then you will draw like this, a concave lens with this one, then this is the optical center, then you mark 2f1, 2f1, then f1, then f2, then 2f2. Now you see what we need to do. Okay, first rule is, which I have told you, we have discussed when we were discussing definition of principal focus. If a ray which is coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through the principal focus. This is our first rule. A ray which is coming along principal axis will pass through the focus. This is incident ray and this is refracted ray. Just check this diagram. Okay, here what will be happen? A ray which is coming parallel will appear to meet at f1. This is incident ray and this is refracted ray. This is refracted one and this is imaginary part. We have extended it at back. Okay, I hope you are getting. Now see the second rule. Again you draw a convex lens. This is a convex lens. For writing work, I will send you PDF of handwritten notes. Don't worry about it. You here try to clear your concepts so that writing work you can do later on. But here you just focus on that one. Whatever I am telling you, try to understand these things. Suppose this is a convex one and one more we need. The same rule we will see for concave. Here somewhere, as I am drawing with free hand, then lines are not straight, but you need to draw these lines with the help of a scale with proper measurement only. You will not draw with free hand. This is 2f2. Now second rule is, as we have done for mirror, same one. If a ray which is coming along focus, suppose this is incident ray. So what will be happen? It will become, after refraction, it will become parallel to principal axis. Reverse to this one. Parallel will pass through focus, along focus will become parallel. Same. If a ray which is appear to come at F, it is appearing that it will be at F like this. This is incident ray. This is refracted. So what will be happen? As soon as it will fall pass through the lens, it will become parallel. This is appearing portion only. This is refracted ray. Okay. Third rule is very simple. Easiest one. Draw a lens. Once again, we will draw a lens. Okay. We will draw a lens. We will draw optic. We will mark optical center. We will mark 2f1, then f1, f2 and 2f2. We will mark all these, and then same manner a concave lens. Students, lens should be thin. I have asked you earlier also to use protector to just give them proper shape so that they will look beautiful. Your presentation matters a lot. You are going to appear in boards exam, so things should be presented very beautifully by you. Okay. Now you see, suppose this one. So third rule is very easy. If a ray which is falling along incident rays along optical center, so it will pass undeviated. It is pass like this, straight line, undeviated. Here also it is same for both. It will pass like this. This is incident one. This is refracted. This is incident one. This is refracted. I hope you all are getting these things. Okay. So today you revise these things. Tomorrow in next class we will discuss about that how we can draw ray diagrams for convex as well as for concave lenses. Only that much is left. Okay. Now if you are able to draw all these diagrams, then you will be able to draw that one. For thank you for watching this video. Okay, watch it, practice. Once again, watch it twice or thrice. Practice it and ask your queries. I will drop